Tonight we're going to go over 1 John chapter 3, verses 16, 17, and 18. Hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life first for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. But whosoever hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shunneth up his brother's bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him? My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. What we see here is we're going to go through each verse, and the whole overview is the way we are supposed to love, and Jesus is our example of this. In verse 16, we see that Jesus himself showed us love and his sacrificial love by laying down his life for every single one of us. We also see this in John 3:16. In verse 17, but whosoever hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him? This verse is very clear. It does not have to do with just giving to the poor. It has to do with understanding that if we see a brother who has something and we have it, we should be able to share it with our brothers. And if we do not share it with our brothers and we hold it off from them, then we're no better than anybody else. This is part of the sacrificial love. It doesn't just have to do with death. It has to do with exactly what we own and what we can give. And then in verse 18, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. This goes back to, again, just our actions. That our faith is not complete with just saying, hey, we love God, hey, we love our brothers. We need to step forward and also show this with our actions and how we give and how we're willing to support others, not only through our tongue, but through our deeds as well. And this is also told in James. And we see this over and over, that Jesus himself, he gave actions. He laid down his life for us. So, as Christians, we need to also lay down our deeds to our brothers and our sisters. And if they are there, we need to give them whatever we can and however we can help. And the overall picture here is just one of sacrificial love. And this is how the brothers and sisters are supposed to treat one another. And the church as a whole should be supporting each other, so we don't see anybody in need inside of our church, and we're taking care of ourselves. And that's what 1 John 3:16 through 18.